Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Chris, aka the Vegan Zombie. In today's video, I'm going to tell you why I stopped feeding my German Shepherd's V-Dog formula. And to get started, we probably want to answer the questions, can dogs be vegan? And to be technically accurate with that, the answer would probably be you wouldn't say that they're vegan because of the ethical standpoint there. And also, dogs will probably eat most anything you put in front of them. But the question would be, can dogs survive on a 100% plant-based diet? The answer to that is yes. Not only can they survive, but they actually thrive. It's actually pretty good for them, a proper plant-based diet. And my dogs, along with thousands of others, are perfect examples of that. I also like to reference one of the oldest living dogs at the time was a border collie named Bramble, who lived to be just a little bit shy of 28 years old, human years. It was in the Guinness Book of World Records. Brought up 100% on a plant-based diet. My dogs have been on a plant-based diet. Indy is 12 years old, and he's spent a little bit over 11 years of his life as a 100% plant-based dog. And then Zeke is 5.5 years old now, so he spent about 4 years on a 100% plant-based diet. They're both healthy, they're happy, but here's the thing. I have been using V-Dog for about a decade with Indy. For the people that know Indy's story, when I got Indy, he was very young. The people that had him before me weren't going to really do anything other than let him, I guess, live out his life as comfortable as he could and then most likely die because he had parvovirus, which is almost always fatal in puppies. And I actually took him and I spent the money to have the proper care, not knowing if he was going to survive or not. But they ended up taking care of him. He was in the ICU for about a week straight, and then several visits to the vet several times a month for the next year. And they had him on all kinds of different formulas. And although he survived the parvo initially, it really messed up his whole digestive system. So he wasn't going to the bathroom, right, for the next year. And then finally, I just did something that they didn't tell me to do. I just decided to try something on my own because nothing seemed to be working. And that was I took them off their science-based formula and I put them on a vegan formula. And I think the first one that I tried was Nature's Recipe, or it was something like that. I don't know if that's the exact name. I haven't used it in a very long time. But he got better. He got better right away. His digestion got better immediately, but he still had he still would get rashes and itch a lot. So I tried another formula. I tried Natural Balance, and same thing. His digestion was good, but he still had a rash that he was always scratching and biting at. And then finally, I found V-Dog, which is hypoallergenic, and I put him on V-Dog. And ever since then, he's been on V-Dog up until now. So I've had no problems with V-Dog until earlier this year. So what V-Dog did was they changed a few things. They changed the packaging, and they changed the price and how much you got in a package. So as soon as, like, literally a day after I gave them their first helping of the new improved V-Dog, both of them started getting really, really bad gas. Now, Indy and Zeke they're both German Shepherds, but they're in no way related to each other. So they both started getting really, really bad gas to the point where it smelled like straight up chemical. So what I did was I took them off it and I started making my own food until I figured out what I was going to do. So I made their own food for them. And for about 2 weeks, I was giving them just freshly made food. Of course, everything cleared up. They were good again. And then I decided to reintroduce the V-Dog just to see if maybe there was something that it wasn't the V-Dog, which was what I was hoping for. But again, immediately they started having terrible, terrible gas. And I couldn't tell if they had stomach aches or whatnot. But they definitely had really bad gas. And I took them off again. And I reached out to V-Dog and I asked them if they had changed the formula or if maybe perhaps I got a bad batch. I told them the problems with Indy and Zeke, and this is what they wrote back to me. We decided to add just a few more beneficial ingredients to enhance your dog's health, including plant-based omega-3 and 6 fatty acids and a vegan prebiotic. Our nutritionally complete formula will remain the same with just 2 simple added ingredients of chicory root and vegan DHA, which is the omega-3 fatty acid. Just like before, your dog is getting all the nutrients they need to thrive, but now with an extra bonus. This is the first we have heard of the upgraded formula being noticeable by causing any gas or any problems. And then they asked if it was the 24-pound bag. So that's really the last I heard from VDog. I answered their questions, and I don't know. Both my dogs are having this problem. I can't give them VDog anymore without this happening. And I would love to know if anybody else has noticed this problem that has used VDog with your dogs, or if it's completely fine. If it's fine, I would say keep using it. It's been good to my dogs for the past decade, at least for Indy and Zeke, 4 years. So I've got no complaints about VDog other than this. And obviously I can't use it anymore. And it really bums me out because I guess I don't know. I feel kind of conflicted. Like, part of me says, you know, if you can make it better, then make it better. But at the same time, it's like, if something's not broken, don't fix it kind of thing. I just am wondering if this is happening to any other dogs. It's just a weird coincidence. If no other dogs are having this problem and it's just my 2 dogs, and that's a weird, very rare coincidence. So please let me know in the comments below. In the meantime, what I did was I got Wild Earth. So this is another vegan brand that I hadn't used prior, and I've been giving them this. So I'm still looking around if maybe there's another vegan dog food out there that would be good for them. This is the new bag of VDog right here. This is it. This is what VDog looks like. And now we're with Wild Earth. I'm still making their own food. I do that every week, and I'll make a batch, and for both of the dogs, it'll last them 5 days. So I've broken it down, and it's actually cheaper to do this. But what I do was, instead of giving them what I normally used to with VDog, I'm giving both of the dogs like a scoop of the Wild Earth. Actually, I split it between the 2. So each dog gets about a half a scoop of the Wild Earth, and then the rest of the food is the food that I make for them. So just so I know they're getting everything they need from the Wild Earth, and they're also getting a lot of nutrients from the fresh foods that I make them. And I actually will probably do a video showing you guys how I make their food. I already have a video years old of how I make their dog food, and I pretty much use that for the base, but I'll put different things in each batch depending on what I have here at the house. So other than that, they eat twice. I feed them twice a day. I do give them snacks. They love carrots, sweet potatoes. They're very healthy dogs. And I just felt the need to make this video because I have promoted VDog for the past 10 years and I stood by it. So I don't want to tell people to buy something that I no longer use. So if it works for your dog, then by all means stick with it. It's a great formula. It's just not working for my dogs anymore. I want people to know that it's given my dogs this problem, so that you know this before you go to buy VDog or maybe try another formula. But I can no longer get behind VDog just because it just, from what I'm seeing, it doesn't work for my dogs anymore. And I'm not throwing any shade at VDog. I think they're a great company. I just think that maybe they could have kept the old formula, but I don't know. That's their business. I don't know if that would have been feasible to keep an old formula and make a new formula, or just try to upgrade it. But unfortunately, it didn't work for my pups. So other than that, please let me know if you want to see other videos, updates on my dogs, and if it would help you out for me to make another homemade dog food recipe. I've got dog treat recipes on this channel as well. But other than that, please go down and comment below. Hit the like button. It really helps out with the algorithm and gets more people to view my videos. And stay safe, watch out for zombies, and I'll see you guys in the next video.